Good morning, TGIM. Yes, indeed it is, isn't it? I was going to be working on the GTD thing, getting things done for today. But then I kind of went down a little rabbit hole as I was kind of contemplating how I was going to present it. And what I came up with was the issue between being a go-getter and a go-giver. And getting things done was something that kind of clashed with what I was feeling. It's getting things done. So I did a little research and found a couple things that may have us think things through differently. I grew up, like many of us today, with the influence of being a go-getter somehow. Take care of business, grab all you can. It's a dog eat dog world, survival of the fittest and the fastest. You got to milk the system, you got to work the crowd, you got to beat the competition. The world is your oyster for the taking. Show up to get your share, your equal share, or your bigger share. And even today, we sometimes say that to our kids. They're starting high school or they're gonna go to college, and you say, "The world is your oyster. Go get them." And that kind of gives a different edge on the perspective of our lives. The focus is more on personal goals, competing for opportunities and success, prioritizing our personal gains and advantages, and sometimes overlooking collaborations, to just do things myself type of idea. But you know what I've discovered? The older I get, the more I look back at that and say, man, that took and takes more effort, it seems, to get certain things. So the other side of that coin is to be a go-giver, where you look to give things first. And ultimately, somehow the universe conspires. And I know it's booga booga a bit, but it kind of shows itself time and time again as I focus more on the giving aspect. So thereby I try to show up, and it's, the other side of this coin, to give, show up to give, do a speech to give, create ways and find ways to give and offer and contribute, where you're motivated more by impact and positive outcomes, and you value people and relationships, and you're not so possessive of the things you have. You're more willing to share it openly in a way that it benefits more and benefits all. And then you recognize that by giving, you actually are getting, and the getting gets easier. I know it's kind of counterintuitive, but as we become volunteers, as we get older, it seems that the volunteering gives us back a lot of things. Sometimes it's not always the tangible, physical, material kind, but it's the more valuable kind. So it's really something we need to be thinking about on how we want to approach it, and probably is a blend of the two to a certain extent. But I think the better that we can be at the giving part, the easier it will be, no matter what, at the getting part, where more people actually receive in doing so. And that's why we have our little lingo at the end, that is be, do, have, and give, so that we can be go-givers a little bit, maybe more than go-getters, and learn that even more and more of the giving will get us collectively more and more of the getting. What do you think? Something to think about today, right? Shake the brain and see what we can come out to make it rain. Have an awesome, fantastic day. Yeah, thinking about how maybe we can give just a little bit more than we gave yesterday. And an awesome week to prove it. Cheers and ciao.